My mom found out how much I make and showed up to my apartment asking for her share. Growing up, my brother Andrew could literally burn the house down and mom would blame the matches. When he was 12, he actually did set our garage on fire trying to make a flamethrower. Mom's response was, boys will be boys, at least he's being creative. Meanwhile, I graduated valedictorian and she missed my ceremony because Andrew had a headache that day. Every morning, Andrew got gourmet breakfasts while I ate generic cereal. When report cards came out, my straight A's got a nod while his C+ in math warranted a celebration dinner because he really tried his best. Christmas mornings were the worst. Mountains of wrapped gifts for Andrew. Practical stuff like socks and school supplies for me. When dad got cancer during my junior year, everything got worse. I was juggling AP classes, working at the library, and helping with dad's medications. Mom hired Andrew a private tutor so the stress wouldn't hurt his precious C average. I was staying up until 3 a.m. studying after spending hours cleaning up around the house. Dad passed 2 months before my graduation. Even then, mom barely acknowledged my valedictorian speech because Andrew was having a really hard time. He skipped the ceremony entirely, too emotional. So mom stayed home with him instead of watching me graduate. College was brutal. Despite dad setting up a fund for both of us, it mysteriously disappeared into medical bills. I scrambled for scholarships and loans, while mom somehow found money to send Andrew to an expensive sports academy in Florida. He quit after 3 weeks because the vibe wasn't right. That program cost more than my entire freshman year tuition. I worked my behind off, dean's list every semester, 2 part-time jobs, living in a tiny apartment shared with 3 guys. Meanwhile, Andrew was home rent-free, finding himself through expensive hobbies mom happily funded. Gaming setup worth $2,000 that's now collecting dust. Season tickets for his sports blogging phase that lasted 2 months. Fast forward 10 years, I'm killing it as a senior consultant, finally paid off my loans, living in a nice apartment. Andrew's still at home at 28, trying to become a fitness influencer, or whatever his latest phase is. Andrew started texting me about investment advice and business ideas. Mom calling more frequently, making comments about successful children supporting their parents, sending me articles about family wealth management. I knew something was coming. Last Saturday morning, they show up unannounced. Mom pushes past me into my apartment, doesn't even wait for an invitation. First thing she does is look around like she's appraising the place. Nice setup you got here, she says, running her fingers along my coffee table. Must be doing pretty well for yourself. Andrew flops down on my couch like he owns it, immediately pulls out his phone, doesn't even say hello. Then mom pulls out an actual spreadsheet. She sits down across from me and spreads it on my dining table like we're having a business meeting. I've been thinking about your family obligations, she starts. You owe me roughly $150,000 for raising you. Medical bills, school supplies, food, housing. I kept all the receipts. She's pointing to different lines on her spreadsheet, completely serious. Plus, Andrew's got this amazing business opportunity. Fitness coaching app, revolutionary concept. He just needs about $75,000 to get started. And with your connections, I'm sitting there listening to this insanity, thinking about all those years. The cold breakfasts while Andrew got 5-star treatment. I let her finish her whole presentation, watched her show me her calculations, listened to Andrew chime in about how this was my chance to finally be a good brother. Heard mom guilt trip me about how dad would have wanted me to take care of the family. Then I looked directly at Andrew. You know what dad actually wanted? I said. He wanted mom to tell you the truth before he died, but she couldn't do it. Mom's face went pale. Don't you dare. Andrew isn't even your biological son, I said. Dad told me 3 years ago, right before he passed. That's why you overcompensate for everything. That's why nothing he does is ever wrong in your eyes. Dead silence. What? Andrew whispered, looking between me and mom. Dad had an affair 29 years ago. Mom found out when you were 6 months old. She decided to stay and raise you anyway, but the guilt made her treat you like you were made of glass. Meanwhile, I got treated like the reminder of dad's betrayal. Mom grabbed Andrew's arm. We're leaving right now. They stormed out. Andrew was crying, and mom was yelling something about ungrateful children.